Hello wonderful people, welcome to my channel. It's another Sunday, and on your health, before we start, let me throw this question to you. Sometimes do you feel like there are some instructions and advice from your doctors which seems like more of a punishment? I don't really know whether yes or no, but all I can say is if you really understand some concepts, you will cope with them and even do it better. That's why I bring to you every Sunday on your health, because you deserve to be healthy. Let's talk about diabetes mellitus, with common name sugar disease. You know our body needs glucose. It's a type of sugar to use as a source of energy. But here is a case your body is not being able to get those needed glucose or the sugar I'm talking about, and what will happen is it will be deposited at wrong place. That's in your blood. There will be a lot of accumulation of glucose in your blood. So if we take sample of your blood, we can see that there is maybe elevated or increase of and sustained glucose level in your blood, which shouldn't be that way. There are some people, when you take the sample, they can be elevated, but it's not sustained. It can reside later. Maybe it's as a result of a condition like they just took in food, or due to one or two reasons which made it to increase, but it won't sustain. For that one, you are not a diabetic or you don't have sugar disease. Before we talk about causes of diabetes mellitus or sugar disease, we will first of all talk about the types. We have the type 1 diabetes mellitus or type 1 sugar disease, and we have type 2 sugar disease, and there is also a gestational sugar disease. To throw more light on the types of diabetes mellitus or the types of sugar disease, we will talk about two hormones. The first one is the insulin, and the second one is glucagon. That's the type of sugar I was talking about. I know you've heard them before. And within your body, you have an organ called pancreas. That pancreas will help us to get those two hormones. What's happening is, in that pancreas, there are cells called islet Langerhans. That islet Langerhans, at the center of it, there is a cell called beta cell. That beta cell will come with insulin. It will produce insulin. And at its peripheral side, there is also a cell called alpha. And that alpha will produce glucagon. Yes, so that's how we can get those hormones, those two hormones. But those people having diabetes, let's switch to the type 1 diabetes. You know, insulin is there to normalize your sugar level or the glucagon. It will normalize it. You need those glucose, so the glucagon will be producing, those alpha cell will be producing the glucagon, and there should be also something to normalize the sugar so that it won't be more, and that one is the insulin. The beta cell will also produce that insulin to normalize it for you, and everything will be working normal. But for people having diabetes mellitus or sugar disease, their insulin is not working as we want it to work, or we need it to work. So people with type 1 diabetes mellitus or type 1 sugar disease, what's happened is their insulin is either is not producing at all. The beta cell is not producing the insulin at all. That means if there is no insulin production, the glucagon hasn't stopped working, it's producing, so it will get more, or it will be elevated in your blood. Yes, the concept behind this. And sometimes too, there are some people, although it's producing, but it's not enough at all. It's not enough. It's not working well as a result of your antibody which has attacked the pancreas, and is causing distraction, which is not allowing or permitting it to work as it should, and it will cause increments in your glucose level in your blood, because that same insulin will help to transport all those glucose in your blood into your cells, so that your cells will get energy to work as it's needed. But if there is no insulin, that means all the glucagon which is being produced, or the sugar being produced, will stay in your blood. It won't be transferred into your cells to work for, or to serve as an energy, and your cells will also be starving. But for that of type 2 diabetes mellitus, or type 2 sugar disease, what is happening is your body, or the beta cells, they are producing insulin all right, but just that the cells or the muscles or your body is resistant to those insulin being produced. They are not taking them, and they are not using them. It can be as a result of you being overweight, or it can be as a result of your liver producing too much glucagon. Yes, the type of sugar I talked about, and it is causing such condition. And we can talk about the gestational diabetes mellitus. It's as a result of someone being pregnant, or a pregnant woman who wasn't diabetic. She wasn't having any diabetes mellitus or that sugar disease, but it's as a result of the pregnancy which has caused. Thanks for watching. Share, like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you next week.